Good morning. Okay, welcome to Scriptures and Coffee. As I was sitting, I was asking God, where do we go next? Do we continue on? But I want to tell somebody that God uses any of us. He will use any sort of people. It doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter your color, your race. It doesn't matter those things. So, I want to encourage somebody that if we are obedient to God, whether we are out here like heathens, God will use you. He uses all sorts of people. You don't have to be on top for God to use you. He will use you at the very bottom. But what I want to tell you before all that, God will remind us when He has covered us, saved us, prepped us, removed us from things, put us in a better place, but yet we are inconsiderate, yet we are impatient, yet we wander off because we want to do what we want to do. And I'm going to be in the book of Joshua, and I'm going to read chapter 6. You go ahead and read it because it may be a part 1, part 2, and 3 for the remainder of this week, because we will get to God using someone, and you will see why I say God uses all sorts of people. But what I want to bring your attention to today is us being hard-headed, us just always only calling God when we need Him. Oh God, I got an emergency. I want to encourage you that you should not only call God when something terrible is going on. You should be calling God every day. Why? Let's get into the word. Let's read today Joshua 6 verses 1 through 10. Okay? Here we go. Joshua chapter 6 verses 1 through 10. NIV translation. It reads, "The Israelites did evil in the eyes of the Lord, and for 7 years He gave them into the hands of the Midianites. Because the power of Midian was so oppressive, the Israelites prepared shelters for themselves in the mountain clefts, caves, and strongholds. Whenever the Israelites planted their crops, the Midianites, Amalekites, and other eastern people invaded the country. They camped on the land and ruined the crops all the way to Gaza and did not spare a living thing for Israel, neither sheep, nor cattle, nor donkeys. They came up with their livestock and their tents like swarms of locusts. It was impossible to count them or their camels. They invaded the land to ravage it. Midian so impoverished the Israelites, they cried out to the Lord for help. When the Israelites cried out to the Lord because of Midian, He sent them a prophet who said, "This is what the Lord said. The Lord, the God of Israel, says, I brought you out of Egypt, out of the land of slavery. I rescued you and from the hand of Egyptians, and I delivered you from the hand of all your oppressors. I drove them out before you and gave you their land. I said to you, I am the Lord your God. Do not worship the gods of the Amorites, in whose land you live, but you have not listened to me." Stop there. So let me get my notes, because what you heard is that there are times in life, because of our disobedience, we will hit rock bottom. Why? Because we're not listening to God. We're doing our own thing. And we're trying to live outside of God. Many of us can agree. I can agree. We're hard-headed sometimes, okay? And so trying to live outside of God, when we don't trust in God, the struggles in life, they come 10 times that, okay? And that's not saying when you're operating according to God that you don't have struggles. That's saying that when you are outside of God, that means that you're trying to do it at your own will when struggles come. And the struggles, they hit hard. So what you have to understand is that turning to God should not be your last resort. Turning to God should not be that, oh my God, this is happening. Let me go and ask God. Let me scream for God. No. The difference of having God by your side, on your side, is not that you won't suffer, because believe me, if you've read the Bible, we shall suffer even walking with God. What makes it better when you suffer and you walk with God is that God gives you the strength to go through whatever or with whoever, okay? And so when you are outside of God, you're on your own struggling, which makes it more intense, so hard, and sometimes you will be defeated. It lasts so long, and you don't even know when it's going to end. You don't even know what you're going to do. Okay? And so, what we have to understand is that the key is that you give yourself to God so that He will give you the strength. The key is that you try to be obedient to Him and do what He has said for you to do. Appreciate where He has brought you from and what He is doing, even if you don't know what is to come. You have to make up your mind that you will call on God for everything in every situation. You know, many of us, we try to pick and choose. This is small, I can handle it, only to make it increase to something worse. Many of us feel that, well, God wants me to do this, but I want to do that. And the minute that we do what we want to do, we end up upside down on our head. So I came today to remind you, God did not bring you from where He has brought you for you to jump ship. God has such wonderful things for you. God has prepared that even when a said time of struggles, suffering would come to you, that He would be right there and pour in the strength that you need to endure until He does whatever He needs to do about that, whenever and however He chooses. So the thing about it is that learn to appreciate God. Know that you need God every single day, okay? That's what we're talking about today. Think about if you have jumped ship, abandoned God because you decide that you like doing whatever you do, and now you got some situations coming and going and struggling and suffering, and you don't know how you're going to get out of it. So now, oh God, it's me, oh Lord, standing in the need of prayer. Well, sometimes it ain't going to work. But even if it's it's you, oh God, and you're standing in need of prayer and you are still operating with God, not outside but inside on the path, then guess what? You will win and you will overcome, because God will provide you with the strength that you need to endure. Okay? This is part 1, because we got a lot to go through in chapter 6 of Joshua. God bless you.